Welcome back to my channel, fans of Outlander. Brace yourselves, the moment we've all longed for and dreaded is here. Witness the heart-stopping trailer for Outlander Season 8, where Jamie and Claire's legendary love collides with fate in the final chapter of their timeless saga. Tears will fall, battles will rage, and history itself will bend, but can love truly conquer all? There will be one more journey through the stones. Are you ready to say goodbye? Can love defy time, history, and destiny itself? This is the central, decade-long question that Outlander answers in its final season. Season 8's trailer frames Jamie and Claire Fraser's last chapter as a collision of epic sacrifice and timeless devotion, set against the backdrop of a world in upheaval. The series asks whether their legendary bond, which spans centuries and continents, can withstand the ultimate test, the weight of legacy, as their story draws to a close. Central to the season's narrative is the tension between preserving love and surrendering to fate. In a brutal historical setting, Claire embodies the fragility of human life as she confronts mortality following her near-fatal injury. A reckoning with the past threatens to unravel Jamie's future, haunted by the ghost of their stillborn daughter's potential survival. The trailer's imagery, crumbling castles, bloodied battlefields, and the ominous stones of Crate Nay Dun symbolizes the forces conspiring to tear them apart, while intimate moments of tenderness, a whispered "I love you," a trembling hand clasped in the dark underscore love's stubborn resilience. The epic saga of Jamie and Claire Fraser, a love that transcended centuries, hurdles toward its breathtaking conclusion. After 11 years, 101 episodes, and a journey spanning war-torn Scotland to revolutionary America, Starz's beloved series prepares to bid farewell in its final season, a culmination of passion, sacrifice, and the unyielding bond between two soulmates. The newly released trailer opens with haunting glimpses of the Scottish Highlands and Revolutionary War battlefields, intercut with intimate moments between the Frasers as they confront their greatest trials yet. Claire's survival hangs in the balance after her devastating injury at the Battle of Monmouth, while Jamie grapples with the revelation that their stillborn daughter, Faith, may have lived a twist that reopens old wounds and ignites desperate hope. Fans are left wanting more information after hearing the concluding tagline of the teaser, "The final season, coming soon." Will love triumph over time? And how will the series reconcile its TV narrative with Diana Gabaldon's yet unfinished book saga? In Outlander's 8th and final season, Jamie and Claire Fraser fight a desperate battle to keep their love alive in the face of time and history. The story begins in the aftermath of Claire's near-fatal stabbing at the Battle of Monmouth. A shocking revelation, the discovery of documents indicating their stillborn daughter Faith may have lived, overshadows her fragile recovery. While Claire wrestles with her sanity and identity as a fugitive healer in revolutionary America, this discovery sends Jamie spiraling into a guilt-ridden quest for the truth. Their struggles intertwine with the chaos of war, as Jamie is forced to navigate loyalty to the crown and sympathy for the rebel forces, and Claire confronts the moral cost of survival in a world that brands her a traitor. The narrative expands to their descendants, Brianna and Roger, now in 1980s Scotland, who uncover a journal hinting at a Fraser ancestor in the 19th century, a mystery that reignites their fraught relationship with time travel. Their journey parallels that of Fanny Beardsley, the orphaned girl adopted by the Frasers, whose cryptic locket ties her lineage to Jamie's Jacobite past. Fanny's bond with Claire becomes an emotional lifeline as the season hurtles toward its climax. Meanwhile, the return of Master Raymond, the enigmatic mystic, unlocks chilling truths about the time-traveling stones. He warns Claire of the stone's hunger for balance, forcing her to confront a harrowing choice: remain in the 18th century and let Jamie die as history records, or return to her own time and erase their love entirely. As revolutionary battles rage, Lord John Grey draws Jamie into a deadly plot to assassinate George Washington, testing their fragile alliance and culminating in a betrayal that alters the war's trajectory. Ian and Rachel fight to protect their Mohawk kin from colonial violence, while Fergus and Marsali grapple with the revolution's toll in France. The season's emotional core lies in Claire's visions of alternate timelines, a world where she never fell through the stones, Jamie perished at Culloden, and their family ceased to exist, forcing her to reckon with whether their love justified the chaos it wrought. The finale converges at Cray Dun, where Jamie and Claire face their ultimate sacrifice. Claire, weakened by a failing heart, pleads with Jamie to let her go while he vows to rewrite time itself to save her. The trailer teases three ambiguous endings: a fixed timeline where Claire vanishes into the future and Jamie dies in battle, a rewritten reality where they live anonymously at Lallybroch, and a metaphysical union with the stones, their love eternal, but untethered from history. The final line of Jamie's pledge is, "Whatever comes, you are my home." Their fate remains unresolved, but their bond is affirmed as indomitable. The final season of Outlander examines legacy, sacrifice, and love's capacity to defy even the tyranny of time by weaving together elements from Diana Gabaldon's books, historical upheaval, and existential daring. It challenges fans to accept a conclusion as complex and limitless as love itself while honoring the saga's beginnings. Meanwhile, the rise of the next generation marks a transformative shift across industries, driven by technological innovation, generational change, and evolving organizational models. In healthcare, pharmaceutical companies are adopting next-generation launch strategies that blend real-time data analytics, design thinking, and agile workflows to streamline drug launches. For instance, advanced analytics now integrate physician feedback from apps and electronic medical records, EMISs to refine global messaging, and target high-impact demographics, reducing decision-making time by 35%. Similarly, medtech firms are moving beyond outdated sales tactics, embracing omni-channel approaches that combine remote sales hubs, AI-driven demand sensing, and ethnographic research to address customer pain points. One company achieved a 300% productivity boost by merging remote and field teams, while another redesigned order workflows after identifying systemic inefficiencies through customer interviews. At the heart of this transformation is Gen Z, a generation defined by digital fluency, social consciousness, and a demand for authenticity. Their influence is reshaping not only consumer behavior, but also workplace expectations and the future of innovation itself. The generation born between 1997 and 2012 is characterized by fluency, social consciousness, and a demand for authenticity. They prioritize brands that align with their values. 78% favor companies committed to sustainability or social equity. This ethos drives success for brands like Patagonia and Fenty Beauty. Their habits of consumption are just as disruptive. Short-form, platform-specific content dominates their engagement. For instance, Viacom Velocity produced more than 50 customized assets for a single campaign, including challenges for TikTok and Snapchat. Beyond consumerism, Gen Z's activism is reshaping societal norms. From climate advocacy to educational reform, over 80% of teens believe they can affect global change, as seen in movements like March for Our Lives. Yet, challenges like the digital divide threaten to exclude marginalized voices. Organizations are adapting by overhauling legacy structures. Agile, cell-based teams are replacing rigid hierarchies, enabling faster iteration and cross-functional collaboration. Pharma leaders now embed VP-level decision-makers in real-time problem-solving hubs to cut launch delays. Meanwhile, CFOs are transitioning from financial gatekeepers to strategic partners, leveraging AI tools for real-time reporting and cloud cost optimization. This co-evolution of technology and practice is evident across industries. In DevOps, cloud adoption has birthed new workflows. In medtech, pandemic-driven remote work accelerated hybrid sales models. Yet, barriers persist. Legacy systems and complacency hinder progress, with industries clinging to outdated frameworks like ITIL despite the efficiency gains of DevOps. Ethical dilemmas loom, particularly around AI transparency and data privacy, as Gen Z demands accountability alongside innovation. Sustainability remains a critical pressure point, with sectors like energy and manufacturing racing to meet Gen Z's climate expectations. A haunting echo of the Stones serves as a testament to a love that refuses to be bound by time or fate in the concluding chapter of Outlander Season 8. The same raw magic that first tore Jamie and Claire apart across centuries permeates the air as they stand at Crate Nay Dun with their hands clasped in defiance of history's cruel machinery. Claire's failing heartbeat syncs with the Stones' ancient pulse, while Jamie's weathered face reflects a lifetime of battles fought not for crowns or causes, but for the woman beside him. In the end, their story fractures into fragments of possibility. Claire disappears into the future in one timeline, and her absence causes Jamie to be recorded dead at the Battle of Saratoga, a martyr to history's rigid script. In another, they go to Lallybroch, where their names are taken off of the books and only whispered family legends tell of their love. However, a vision of their spirits entwined within the Stones, guardians of a love that transcends time, remains the trailer's most daring thread. Their legacy's threads become more tightly wound around them. Brianna and Roger, armed with the truth of their ancestors' sacrifices, choose to root themselves in the past, raising Mandy in a world where Frasier bloodlines and time's paradoxes collide. Fanny, now certain of her Jacobite heritage, accepts Jamie's unwavering courage and inherits Claire's medical journals. Ian and Rachel, having shielded their Mohawk kin from colonial violence, become stewards of a dwindling wilderness. Fergus and Marsali rebuild in France, their laughter a quiet rebellion against the revolution's scars. The final frame lingers on the Stones, now silent but alive with memory. A voiceover Claire's from Season 1 whispers, "People disappear all the time, but they're never really gone." The screen fades to the Fraser tartan, frayed but unbroken, draped over Crate Nay Dun like a promise. Outlander's ending refuses to surrender to finality. Instead, it leaves its lovers suspended between history and myth, their saga immortalized not in dates or graves, but in the wind that howls through the highlands, the rustle of pages in Claire's journal, and the quiet resolve of those who carry their story forward. For Jamie and Claire, the journey ends as it began with two hearts, one soul, and the unanswerable question of what it means to love beyond the bounds of time. The final moments unfold at Crate Nay Dun. Jamie and Claire stand beneath the ancient stones, their hands clasped in defiance of time's relentless march. The air thrums with the same primal energy that first tore Claire from her century, now crackling with the weight of their shared history. Claire's breath falters, her heart a fragile echo of decades of battles fought and loves lost. Jamie cradles her face with weathered hands and murmurs, his voice shaking, "Don't leave me now, Mo, Nee, and Don." Not now. Not around her. Claire disappears into the future in one reality, returning to 1948, where her memories of Jamie are reduced to ink on paper. She writes their story in silence, her journals becoming relics in a museum at Lallybroch, where a young girl centuries later traces her fingers over the pages, sensing a kinship she cannot name. Jamie, left behind, meets his fated death at Saratoga. He is a hero to history, but a ghost to the woman he loved. His name is in revolutionary lore. In another, they choose obscurity. The Frasers flee to the highlands, where they die unnoticed and are buried beneath heather and thistles. A hiker stumbles upon the ruins of their croft decades later, finding two weathered headstones. Here lie two souls who belonged only to the earth and to each other. But the stones offer a third path. As Claire's heart stills, Jamie refuses to let go. The granite pulses. Their bodies dissolve into light, merging with the ancient rock. Centuries later, tourists gather at Crate Nay Dun, whispering tales of lovers whose spirits linger in the dawn mist, a man's Gaelic vow, a woman's laughter echoing through time. Around them, their legacy takes root. Brianna and Roger bury Claire's surgical tools, and Jamie's dirk beneath an oak sapling on Fraser's Ridge, bowing to let it grow wild and stubborn like them. Fanny, now a surgeon in Boston, clasps her Fraser crest locket and writes to Brianna, "I carry their courage in my hands. Ian and Rachel lead their Mohawk kin north, their campfires weaving stories of the White Raven and Bear Killer into the fabric of a vanishing wilderness. In Paris, Fergus and Marsali raise a glass to Claire and Jamie, their daughter's voice singing just as revolutionaries march past their calf, a new rebellion born from old resilience. The screen lingers on the empty moor. The stone stands silent once more. A gust of wind lifts a page from Claire's journal, sketches of Jamie's smile, a pressed sprig of forget-me-nots, and a single line: "Love is not something that can last. It is a thing to burn." As Karen Matheson's haunting Gaelic rendition of the Skyboat song rises, the paper spirals upward and dissolves into starlight. Sing me a song of a lass that is gone. If your heart's still racing from that finale, hit subscribe and ring the bell so you never miss a deep dive theory breakdown or emotional support session as we process this timeless ending together. Leave a comment down below about which ending broke you the most. Timeline fixed? Rewritten fate? Or stones and eternal love? Let's geek out, and who knows? Your theory might just feature in the next video. Follow Frasier on social media for daily vibes, insider information, and exclusive polls. Join the channel membership for early access, custom emojis, and a community of fellow time travelers. This isn't goodbye. It's just a pause as we press on for whatever comes next. Keep those kilts twirling and hearts burning until then.